Hello and welcome to my channel. I thought as we were so close to Halloween we'd just do something quick and simple today for Halloween. So you'll see I've already drawn on my piece of paper. It's a watercolour paper and I've drawn on with a waterproof ink a bat shape, just a silhouette. So you could use any animal, you could do an owl or a witch, anything really, but in a silhouette. And then as you'll see I just used a dish to draw a nice big circle around that as if it's the moon. Then I'm adding some water, so wetting the whole paper, and the idea is I'm just going to drop lots of colours in to make a nice dark sky behind the moon. So using a few different colours, I've got a nice turquoise blue, I used an ultramarine blue, some burnt umber to make it darker, and then I add in some alizarin crimson to make it a little bit on the pink side. We can see little bits of pink in the moon sometimes at this time of year especially. And then towards the end I add some gamboge. So really just letting the colours mix mostly on the paper, making some of the darks up on the palette, mixing the ultramarine with the burnt sienna to get that nice dark that you'll see me putting on to begin with. Always don't forget that your watercolours are going to dry a lot lighter. So to begin with I left the inside of the moon, the paper dry, and just did the outside. Now the main thing to remember when you're painting wet on wet like this is to allow the colours to move nicely together. Is you need to make a thicker concentration of paint when you put the next paint in. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words there. So when the next layer of paint needs to be thicker, so a lot less water and more pigment. And as long as you do that each time, you'll avoid what we call cauliflowers. So don't add more water to the paper, a higher concentration of water to the paper once you've begun. Always add a higher concentration of paint. I know I've mentioned that before, but it's just an easy tip that you need to remember to avoid those mistakes. So just going a little bit darker in the corners to really make that moon pop out at the moment, but I am going to put some colour on the moon as well. So when it comes to doing the moon, I just wet it again a little bit, and then I make some very loose washes with a tiny touch of some of the same colours in, just to show that there's perhaps a shadow going across the moon, so it doesn't, it looks a bit more natural. Then right at the end, whilst this is all still very wet, I'm using a lot of water here, the paper stays wet the whole time I'm doing this. Right at the very end I just get the ultramarine brusho and just pop a little bit of that over, but you could use another colour, you could use the blacks, the greys, maybe the turquoise, even put the yellow one over if you wanted to make it look a bit more like stars or something like that. Okay, so like I say, it's just a very simple idea, a quick silhouette drawing, so the main thing with that is getting your outline correct. But of course, if you're worried about your drawing, you could always draw around something. You could find a stencil to do something, so like I say, an owl, a witch, a bat, all sorts of things, a bird flying across, a cat in a tree, whatever. Just do your stencil first, allow your ink to dry, and then get a big plate and draw around it. Okay, so really simple idea, but quite effective for Halloween. So I hope you enjoy that and have fun having a go yourself. And it's actually quite a good thing you could do with children. If you've got little ones and they're wanting to do something for Halloween, make a decoration. This is something that you could do quite quickly and easily, especially if you've got a stencil to draw around or a picture that you could cut out of a magazine to draw around. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.